Mark, fair? 2-2 this afternoon?
Yeah, I think so. It's a real competitive game. I thought there were periods in the game in the first half and second half where both teams dominated certain parts of it. So I think in all it was probably a fair result.
Started extremely well, got the early goal. Nice work from Jonathan Lecco again, and an unlikely source, I suppose, from Dan Harvey.
Yeah, he's been getting into these positions, and we encourage, particularly with the formation we play with the wing backs, for them to get forward, and he did. So that was pleasing. I thought we started really well. We knew that Wycombe would put us under pressure from set plays, and that's where their equaliser came from, and their second goal as well from a second phase. But all in all, we defended well. I thought we showed great character to come back from 2-1, because that's a hard thing to do here when they're pushing there. And we're happy with the point.
I'm going to say, really, because it shows the growth maybe in the side, that 2-1 down, having been a goal up, that disappointment, heads didn't drop. There's been accusations of maybe that happening over the last few months, but none of that today.
No, none of that at all. I thought they were really, really strong. I thought they pushed even at 2-1 down when we played our game and got the ball down and connected people and got the passes in, and we created chances and we created opportunities. So I was really pleased with that. That's something we mentioned at half time, something we said we did well in the early parts of the game and kind of died off in the first half, and that's where we allowed Wycombe to get back into it. But we certainly did that in the second half, and it helped us get a foothold in the game and create the chance to get the equaliser.
What's it like managing Jonathan Lecco? He's stepping on the ball and falling over, or he's absolutely brilliant and angling one into a corner?
So things happen sometimes. He's a creative player. He's a dangerous player. So I love having Jonathan in my team. It's fantastic. He's a great talent. He's a great lad. Works hard, and he can create things like that. So it's a pleasure to have him.
Threw his curveball with Anthony Stewart coming in.
Yeah, he's trained really well. Credit needs to go to him. I said the same when Dean Lewington came back in. Credit always needs to go to the player, but also the medical staff and the physical team who work with these players to get them back. And I think he showed today that he come back in fantastic physical shape to come in and make his debut. After being out that amount of time, having actually been signed in the transfer window and not making it, not managing to make his debut back then. He showed great character to come back to his old club, and I thought he put in a really strong performance today.
So another point, 13 from the last 4. You'd have taken that, wouldn't you, a little while ago?
Yeah, I said it's important. If you can't win games, you don't get beat. I think all the good teams do that. Obviously, we want to go and win every game. That's our approach. That's our setup. But certainly, when you're 2-1 down at a difficult place like Wycombe, who are pushing as well at the top end of the table, to come back and get the equaliser, we'll take the point.
Bite about your side now as well, because Wycombe are a physical side, and there were 1 or 2 battles in there, but you matched them.
Yeah, 100%. I think we look at our team now, and I said we're getting stronger and stronger every week. We've got players coming back in. We've got competition for places. We've got players missing out on the squad. But one thing I have to say is that every player throughout the week shows a fantastic attitude. We can only pick a certain amount of players to start the game and be on the bench, but every single player is fully committed to the cause and achieving the goal of trying to secure safety for this football club.